Ladies, I'm here tonight on the show, and I am going to talk about these conference championship games between the freaking Eagles and the freaking, man, the Eagles and the freaking, um, 49ers and the freaking, Bengals and the Chiefs, man. Let's talk about the Eagles and 49ers first, I guess, because it was the game that was kind of boring. Um, Jesus Christ, man. I thought that this game was going to be the close one, and I thought the other game was going to be the blowout. It ended up being the other way around, man. This was a blowout, and the Bengals and Chiefs was a close one. 31-7. Eagles win it, man. Jesus Christ, man. Freaking the story in this game is Brock Purdy hurts his shoulder. He has to go out of the game. They bring in fourth stringer Josh Johnson. I think he had a touchdown series. Well, McCaffrey was the one that ran it in. They tie the game 7-7, and the Eagles couldn't run the ball. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Despite everything, they got their fourth string quarterback. They they're stopping the Eagles from running the ball with either Jalen Hurts or Miles Sanders. And I'm like, they can maybe win this. But then it seemed like when the McCaffrey scored that touchdown to tie the game 7-7, it seemed like it just motivated the Eagles. Once McCaffrey scored that touchdown to make it 7-7, all of a sudden the Eagles started running the football. They just started running the football, and that was all she wrote, man. I think as the half was in the third quarter, freaking Josh Johnson gets concussed. He has to leave the game. They don't have a quarterback anymore, so they just put in Brock Purdy back in, but he couldn't throw, only like little screen passes. They literally didn't have a quarterback. Jesus Christ, man. Eagles going to steamroll them 31-7. What was the halftime score? Halftime score was, 21-7. It's because freaking Josh, it was 14-7. Well, first it was 7-0 Eagles. Then it was 7-7. Then the Eagles took a 14-7 lead. And then there's like a minute left, and freaking Josh Johnson gets freaking strip sack fumble. Eagles get the ball back, and they scored another touchdown with Boston Scott. So because of that, they capitalized, and they go to halftime 21-7. And after that, it was pretty much all she wrote, man. They scored another touchdown with Jalen Hurts, 28-7, and they got a field goal. 31-7 was the final score. The story in this game was, in the second half, the 49ers did not have a quarterback. Freaking Brock Purdy could not throw any, outside of screen passes, could not really throw any pass because of his freaking shoulder. And his backup, the fourth stringer, Josh Johnson, gets taken out with a freaking concussion. Nick Bosa left a few games a few times with injuries. The San Francisco 49ers just had really bad luck. They just ran out of quarterbacks, I guess. I guess you can't have a fifth stringer. You should be able to. Well, I think some teams, right? They only dress two quarterbacks because they want to have an extra position player. But I feel like there should be a rule so this doesn't happen again in the future, where teams are obligated to dress at least three quarterbacks. Right? They need. It's like in baseball with the bullpen. You need to have at least, 7 bullpen pitchers. I think same thing needs to happen with football. I think that's something they have to look at in the offseason. You need to have at least 3 dress quarterbacks. Once they lost Josh Johnson, they put Brock Purdy back in this game. He's handcuffed. Eagles, they knew it was a run. The safeties and the linebackers were freaking blitzing left and right. How many sacks? Let's see here. Only 3 sacks? Jesus Christ. Wow, only three sacks. I thought there was more than 3 sacks. Jesus Christ. But they hit the quarterback 14 times, I guess. But that's crazy, man. Only 3 sacks. I thought it was way more than that. But yeah, man, they just didn't have a quarterback, man. McCaffrey, 84 yards, a touchdown. That was about it. Deebo Samuel, 3 catches, 33 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 4 catches, 22 yards. George Kittle, 3 catches, 32 yards. They freaking had the two freaking well, they fumbled 3 times. Devil let me see here. Devil Samuel fumbled. Josh Johnson strip sack fumble. Brock Purdy strip sack fumble. That was the thing, man. 3 turnovers, all fumbles, man. Jesus Christ, man. But I kind of felt sorry for the 49ers, man. When they didn't have a quarterback in that second half, man, they were freaking handcuffed. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like it's not even fair for them. The Eagles just knew what the hell they were doing. Man, Jesus Christ. 31-7 Eagles win it. Freaking Jalen Hurts, 15 for 25, 121 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But on the ground, he had 39 yards, 1 touchdown on the ground. Okay. Miles Sanders, 42 yards, 2 touchdowns. Boston Scott had the other touchdown. The receivers didn't do much either. Dallas Goedert led the way with 5 catches, 23 yards. A.J. Brown, 28 yards, 4 catches for 28 yards. Devontae Smith, 2 catches for 36 yards. Davante Adams had a hell of a catch that set up pretty much the first touchdown of the game. But that shit should have been incomplete. But at this point, I don't think it would have mattered because they beat them 31-0, right? You take that touchdown away, they would have probably beat them 24-7. And the story in this game was the 49ers only dressed 2 quarterbacks. And they ran out of quarterbacks. So like I said, the NFL has to look at this and at least force teams to dress at least 3 quarterbacks going forward, man. Jesus Christ, man. We'll see what happens, man. They got to play they got to play the Kansas City Chiefs now. We'll see what happens with the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's see, man. This game I thought was going to be closer. And because literally San Francisco ran out of quarterbacks, they had Brock Purdy in there, but he could just flick it like little 5-yard, 3-yard screen passes. His shoulder was pretty much messed up. This game was not competitive, especially in the second half. 31-7 Eagles win it. Anyways, next game was much better than I thought, man. 23-20 with a field goal. The freaking, what's his name? Harrison Butler wins it at the end for the Kansas City Chiefs, man. This game, I thought it was going to be a blowout. And I think they went into halftime 13-6. And I don't know why it felt like it was more like 30-6. But anyways, they go into halftime 13-6. But then freaking in the freaking third quarter, opening the first half, T. Higgins scores a touchdown. And right away they tag it. 13-13, we're tied. We got a ball game. I can't believe it. Jesus Christ, we got a ball game. And then freaking Mahomes response, man, hooks up with freaking Marquez Valdez, 20-13. But then Mahomes started limping. I think what happened was they shot his let me see here. I think they injected his ankle. They like put anesthesia on it. How the fuck you say it? You know when you're gonna have surgery. So they numbed his ankle. And I think around the third quarter, it started wearing down the medicine. And that's why I think he started limping. So he was struggling moving, man. And then freaking the Bengals scored another touchdown, I think on a 4th down conversion. Hell of a catch by freaking Ja'Marr Chase to set him up inside the 5-yard line. And the freaking running back, Sami Pernin, scores a 2-yard touchdown, tied at 20-20, man. Jesus Christ, this game goes down to the fucking wire, man. There was a weird player there where it was 3rd down and the Chiefs couldn't convert, but they got another chance at a 3rd down. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Supposedly like a timeout or something. And the referees blew the whistle, but I guess the players didn't hear them. It was weird, but the Chiefs still had to punt. I think it was a weird drive, man. But anyways, whatever. At the end, man, the Bengals have to punt it with 41 seconds left. Great return by the returner. And Patrick Mahomes comes in like at midfield with 30 seconds to go. He can't move, right? He's a statue. The ankle, especially the freaking medicine, is starting to wear down. The anesthesia, whatever the fuck it's called, to numb the ankle so he doesn't feel pain. So he's a statue, but then he takes off and runs, gets a 1st down, and the freaking the linebacker, what's his name? There was a linebacker there. He hits him out of bounds freaking personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 15-yard penalties, sets up Harrison Butler for the fucking winning field goal. 23-20, the Chiefs win it. Jesus Christ, man. The guy got hurt, and then he was crying. I don't know if he was crying because he was hurt or he was crying because he messed up the game for his team by getting that freaking unnecessary roughness at the end. But yeah, he was crying. Anyways, man, I couldn't believe it, man. What a game, man. What a game. I don't know, when it was like freaking 13-6, it felt like the game was over. Like the Chiefs were up, like I said, 30-6. It felt weird. But no, man, the freaking the Bengals tied it. They tied it twice, 13-13 and 20-20. And then at the end, they literally ran out of time, because if Joe Burrow maybe would have gotten the ball again, maybe they get another field goal and tied up 20-23. Who knows, man? Hell of a game. I think what happened this year, I think Josh Allen went down. Joe Burrow went up. I think now it's Joe Burrow, Mahomes. We'll see what happens next year. Like I said, I think the Bills need to... I don't know what the Bills, man. They got to go out and get a better offensive-minded coach or something for Josh Allen. I thought he took a lot of steps back this year, losing Brian Dable. But if they want to get back into that conversation with the top quarterbacks, I think they need to make a change, at least at offensive coordinator. Ken Dorsey, they might got to go a different direction, because I thought Joe Burrow leapfrogged Josh Allen this season, man. And now, worst case scenario, he's the second best quarterback in the NFL. Joe Burrow is behind Patrick Mahomes. So now, man, let's look at this freaking stats, man. Freaking Patrick Mahomes, 29 for 43, 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He also ran, 8 yards. Not really. He had that ankle injury. Isaiah Pacheco, 26 yards. As a team, 42 yards. Markel Valdez-Scantling led the way Travis Kelce led the way, 7 catches, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Martell Valdez-Scantling led 6 catches, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 5 catches, 59 yards. But yeah, man, Mahomes did his thing, man, despite the freaking ankle injury. 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. Jesus Christ. Not a lot of running game, only 42 running yards as a team. This was a lot of freaking Patrick Mahomes, man. Joe Burrow, 26 for 41, 270 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Yeah, he threw that cost him 2, man, the 2 interceptions. As a team, they ran for 71 yards. Joe Mixon, I don't know what happened. Did he get hurt? Only 19 yards for Joe Mixon. I thought he was going to be a huge X factor in this game, Joe Mixon, and he only had 19 running yards. I don't know if he got hurt or what happened. I'm sure he did. T. Higgins, 6 catches, 83 yards, 1 T. Higgins, 6 catches. Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on? It keeps moving. T. Higgins, 6 catches, 83 yards, 1 touchdown. Ja'Marr Chase, 6 catches, 75 yards. Tyler Boyd, 2 catches, 40 yards. Hayden Hurst, the tight end, 4 catches, 37 yards. They did a great job. You know, only that big 4th down, right, conversion to set up the freaking touchdown to tie it up at 20 with the running back, Pernay. Outside of that, they did a good job of really neutralizing and containing Ja'Marr Chase, man. I thought they did a good job of that. But yeah, man, I guess Mahomes just outplayed him, right? Mahomes played a clean game. Outside of that, he did fumble once. But that was what was that? He was alone and he just fumbled it. I don't know what the hell that was. That was a very weird fumble by Patrick Mahomes. Like, nobody hit him. He was standing in the pocket. I'm like, what the hell? I beg you pardon, Patrick Mahomes. But outside of that, very clean game by Mahomes. Very clean game. Joe Burrow had those 2 interceptions. He threw like a Hail Mary. It bounced off the receiver, landed in the freaking defensive Kansas City's Chiefs' hands. What are you going to do about it? But good game, man. Great ass game. 23-20 at the end. The Chiefs win it. Now we got Eagles, Chiefs, the storyline, Andy Reid. After 14 years in Philadelphia, never won a Super Bowl. I believe, what was it, like 5 NFC Championship appearance, 1 Super Bowl appearance where they were able to win the Super Bowl. Now he was never able to win him a Super Bowl in 14 years. Now he's got to face them to take a Super Bowl away from them. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We got the cow, Patrick Mahomes, versus the young stud, Jalen Hurts, in the Super Bowl 57 from Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going down February 12, Sunday, 5 o'clock, 2023. We got the cow, Mahomes, versus the dual threat, Jalen Hurts. What's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? What is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? 3rd Super Bowl appearance for Mahomes. I believe 4th Super Bowl for Andy Reid. The Eagles, 1st Super Bowl appearance with this regime, right? Of a lot of the players do have experience, right, from that Super Bowl with Nick Foles and Doug Peterson. But Sirianni's 1st Super Bowl appearance and Jalen Hurts' 1st Super Bowl appearance. I think that entire offense, outside of the offensive linemen like Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson, it's their 1st Super Bowl appearance. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts. It's going to be their first time go around, man. We'll see what happens. But until next time, holla.